This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Hey, we's back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello, welcome back.
And before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell. Be the first person to get notifications. Well, be the first to get notifications when a new FBR pod drops. Ding. Subscribe. Don't be committing adultery with us. Subscribe. Come on.
Okay.
Exactly.
Don't be hitting it and quitting it.
And then don't and don't be watching and not liking.
Yeah, that part.
And don't be watching and not commenting.
You can like it and leave a comment that lets us know you don't like it, but like it.
Exactly.
Or just a thumbs up.
Yeah. Period.
Thumbs up.
I don't be saying
Like
that,
on
man.
iPhone. just
Right.
thumbs up. Who
So
we got today in the building? Tisha?
Yeah. We got we got a special guest today. We have my niece,
Yes.
Kaylan, aka Kaylo, grip the grain slow. She
so
is you a 10-year committed teacher?
10-year committed.
10 years.
Waco High. She's a volleyball coach, graduate from Texas Tech. Her position when playing b-ball was a center like Shaq.
Oh,
But she made
Already.
her free throws.
That's what she
made her free
said.
But she made hers. Period.
And so, hey, how you feeling?
I'm great.
Well, I need to
Great
welcome
Sunday.
her. Well,
Okay.
yeah, welcome.
Thank you,
I know I
Kaylan.
gotta-
She's in the
gotta hit
building.
You know I gotta
representing
hit
it. Waco.
Okay.
W-A-C-O.
No. No. WAC, no.
How much has Waco High changed in 10 years? Because when I go in there, it look like to me, it's like night and day. Just off the rip, I just want to ask that.
Changed a lot. A lot.
Are y'all in the new building? Or?
Next year.
Okay.
Hopefully they said we can start moving in after Christmas.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
I know.
So excited.
It is.
It's
It
gonna be a
looks
beautiful campus.
Yeah.
A beautiful school.
Yeah.
What they gonna do
Hey.
with the old school? Make it like
Tear
a
it down.
metro?
Tear it all
Tear
the
it
way
down.
down.
They're tearing it down.
So is the front of the school
That
gonna
makes me
be
sad.
on what's that street? New Road, or is it gonna be
Front of the school is
facing
facing
towards
the lines
old
then.
school? Okay.
Oh, so the
facing
same.
lines.
Same.
It's still the
Okay.
same.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
The
The
steps
front of the
are-
school.
No, she's right.
The
front of the
was
school did face New
facing
Road.
New Road.
Wait,
The old
because the
building.
Lions Den was right
To the
here.
Across
To the
from Kitty
side.
Land.
Right, so it's
So it's
it's
still facing that direction. It's just not on the side of.
Oh, I thought you
You know what
meant
I'm
was
saying?
Waco High facing, looking at Lions Den, like when you're the foyer. The foyer was looking at New Road, right?
It was.
Yeah,
It was.
looking at
It
New
was.
Road. But
So
you're
now to
saying
the
now
side.
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be facing the lines.
the
then.
lines.
That's the
Oh,
entrance.
That is
Okay.
different.
Yes.
So it's gonna be
Wow.
facing Concord.
It's facing
that
that in
Concord?
between street.
Yes,
Yes.
Concord. Yes, it is.
Concord.
Concord.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's
It looks like
what's
it's gonna
up.
be a nice school.
It's
It
pretty big.
does.
I took a tour. It's really nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
So
Can't
do they
wait.
still have a whole lot of stuff to do on the inside, or is it?
I haven't been in there lately.
Okay.
But when I went in there, it was just like you could see it. Like it's just
Yeah.
like about time.
Wow. Yeah. It's
Waco
been
High
a
needed
long
that.
time coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Waco.
Your tax dollars at work. I'm getting my
Richfield.
son.
I said your Richfield needed that.
Richfield.
Because
Yeah.
that's what it was before.
A long time
Oh
ago.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
when my sister graduated from Richfield.
Yeah, Richfield.
Yeah, she was the first graduating class of Waco High.
Was
my-
she?
oh,
Okay.
Mama,
Okay.
mama, yeah.
So
Was she?
87.
87?
So 87.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, y'all got history there.
Yes.
I don't know about turn it down. Are they gonna still
Right.
put our senior pictures up there? Because our senior pictures are on the wall.
Yes,
Turn
all the
what
pictures
the
will be in the
hell?
new school.
She
They're
said,
just
"How
they're
about my
taking
senior
it out and they're just gonna tear it down. I think it's a parking lot, tennis courts, all that's gonna
Tennis
be.
court.
Tennis
Oh,
courts.
wow.
Yeah, have you seen
They-
the tennis courts?
Have y'all gonna do a wrestling club too? Some of the schools have
Wait.
wrestling clubs.
No,
Did
they're
Waco have-
wrestling
We didn't
is in
have
the
tennis.
talks.
We didn't have tennis courts.
No,
when
we did
was
not.
There.
Yeah, they have tennis courts.
I thought we
Wait,
had like
that-
a tennis court.
maybe
It wasn't
Yeah,
a major.
them tennis
yeah,
courts
it
gotta
was
been there for a
Those
while.
because
I
I
was gonna say in
remember
the back.
kids having their little tennis. You know what I'm saying?
What are we doing then?
We was not
in the-
playing tennis.
in the
But
courtyard.
I remember it being there.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the courtyard.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that
Yeah.
says a lot about me. Because
Yeah.
I just went right on.
I
must have went
seen
right
y'all
on past it.
pictures back in the Waco High days in the courtyard.
She said back in the Waco High days. She
Like,
just
like,
basically
we back
said,
in
y'all school. Y'all the school. Yeah. Make like I'm not included.
So, do we want to do rapid fire first, or we want to get right into it?
We can
We
get right
can- we-
into it. Or
What do you want to do? You want to do a rapid fire question
Yeah.
where you give us your opinion first, or
Go
you
ahead.
wanna...
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
She say.
So the rapid fire is we titled it My Friend's Enemy. So basically, are you beefing with your friend's enemy because you know what I'm saying, they got beef or whatever, or vice versa? Do you expect your friends to have beef with somebody who you didn't got into it with, or whatever the case may be?
I say it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Because I don't think I would put my friend in that situation to have to choose and pick. Like, hey, you beefing because you beefing, and what y'all beefing over? No.
Right.
I think it's just a situation. Because I know my place. Hey, my best friend, if I need her, she got my back. But other than that, nah.
Yeah.
She don't got to beef with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm beefing.
I agree with you on that.
She
I mean,
don't
I
have
feel
to
you
be.
on that. Back in the day.
It was a different mindset.
No, yeah, like back in the day. But I can say this. Y'all know I've had several, you know what I'm saying, altercations or whatever, squabbles or whatever. But I never was like, y'all better not be talking to them, or y'all better have a problem with them.
No, but you came and got me and made me go to the...
But see, that's different.
But it wasn't my battle. It wasn't my battle. I was
Okay,
asleep
but
at
no.
home.
But I'm going to say, okay, so back in the day for me, if y'all called me, instantly I'm going to show up. Like, I ain't think twice about it. But I wasn't like, okay, Tisha, you better don't talk to this girl because I don't like her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She said we knew better.
We knew better.
It was so, but see, you didn't have regular like type situations. I mean, it was squabbles, like you dragging on the mall floor. So it
and
was
they
so
was
much,
mugging us now.
Yeah, so it was
when
too
you
much
wasn't
tension
around.
to even
Yeah.
think like
Like
this.
that,
So it's
yeah.
like now it's like my she got to plug her out, so now she's mad. And so what I'm gonna do? Like I'm not gonna talk to her.
Right.
It's a different
Yeah.
situation. So someone pick somebody else.
Yeah.
You a bad example forever.
Yes, because she was like, if y'all call me, I was at home asleep. Get up.
Oh.
You mean if you call us?
No, you've called me before too.
Okay.
And I'm on it.
You know someone gonna be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
someone gonna
stay
be
on
ready.
go.
Yeah, stay on
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So that's a bad example for that. But let me think of somebody that she probably was like a little. She never would let it go. Just be like a little word.
Well, we
back and
couldn't
forth.
choose because her enemies became our enemies because of her. They would mug us and look at us crazy.
Yeah,
Even when she wasn't around, like you be with someone.
right.
Oh.
Because they didn't. Because it never just could be like you ugly, your mama. It couldn't go that far. Because once she
Right.
said you ugly, she was like, I want to let you know I'm not no punk.
Right.
And then from that day forward, that would be her favorite word. I want to let you know.
Well, okay, so a different scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm saying, like, say for instance, if you have a group of friends or whatever, and two fall out, do you feel like you need to pick a side, or do you feel like,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying, like
I've been on the other end of that though.
like what?
The friends, all my friends, they friends never like me.
Mm-hmm.
So now that would kind of cause them to have to choose.
Okay. Okay.
How you feel about that? Do you feel like they should?
I'm used to it.
That girl says second nature. It's my normal.
But
But
never
that's
liked
where I don't understand. Like, why do you feel like your friends have to choose? You know what I'm saying?
When I say choose, meaning if they're having a get together, if she's having a get together, okay,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
who you gonna invite? Because your friends don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes to that situation, yeah, I wouldn't invite them. If they don't like my friend, I'm not finna sit there.
But what if you're friends with both?
See, that's what I'm saying. I would be both, but I would be
Yeah.
the good friend though. So go on neglect me if you want to for them other friends. They ain't gonna be around too long.
So you would feel some type of way if she chose them.
I've never been a jealous friend, so I let friends have friends.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Tangi had some BFFs, I would be like, I like your BFFs.
Mm-hmm.
They
I don't
never
know if
liked you.
me. See? They never like me. I don't know why.
But I didn't choose though.
No, but I'm just saying, but like
So did you keep them like from hanging around each other because you knew that they didn't like her, or were you like, I mean,
I was like,
it's
Tisha's
show
my
up
best
every-
friend, and if you don't want it, that's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably, looking back, it was probably immature, but I was like, that's your problem.
they never liked me.
Yeah. But I'm still
I'm like, why y'all don't like me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
jealous.
So do y'all feel like y'all could coexist? Do you feel like you could have coexisted?
I try to
in
be everybody friends. I even
Mhm.
crack. My problem is I probably outside too much.
Tisha, you didn't crack the right kind of jokes.
I know.
You cracked that one joke and
it
she
ain't
ain't
never
never
been
liked
the
you
same.
since.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it was funny to the whole table
But,
except for the person who didn't like Tisha.
Yeah.
And she sat there heated for the rest of the night.
So, but for me, I would say I'm not gonna ask you to choose.
Mm-hmm.
But what if it's something? But then sometimes, depending on what you do to my friend, I'm not gonna like you because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Say if
True.
you mess with my friend's husband or you did something like that, and I saw how break down and hurt she was, am I gonna like her now? No.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna like her.
Say no.
I'm
That's
very
true.
protective of my friends' hearts. Like you're not gonna hit my friend. A man ain't gonna hit my friend. I'm gonna want to fight the man.
Right.
I'm not gonna want you to cheat on my
Not
friend.
me.
You're not gonna want to
Fight the man if my friend get hit. No.
Tingy.
You like it, I love it.
No.
I'm not in that.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm not in that. I don't.
If I see
Okay,
a
I
man,
get what you're saying.
you want to
Yeah,
get beat, I
right.
don't get beat.
Oh, I'm saying like, say we sitting here talking, he come up and slap her. She don't know what.
She just got slapped.
Whoa.
I'm gonna keep
Ouch.
talking. It ain't her
She
first
fell
time
on
getting
the-
slapped by him. You all right? Do you need help up?
Tangy, was that your first time when you had me and Brandy out there squabbling,
Who was
That was-
squabbling?
Brandy who?
wrangling?
Who was? Oh, when I had
Regardless.
y'all jumped into my fight. Thank God.
Oh, okay.
No,
But he never hit you before.
That's true.
So I was
Well,
just
and I can recall, where was it? I'm not gonna say the name.
Who was
But
I fighting?
yeah. Yes, it was a boy, and we was all out
Damn,
there,
I
and it
always
was
fought
me
boys.
and I think Tisha was there. It was a corner house, and I think it was a whole lot of commotion
Okay,
going on.
was
We
it
trying
always
to
me
go
with the
get
boys fighting the boys?
no, someone would fight him all the time in the alleys and creeks and walking home from ninth grade center.
Yeah,
We did fight boys.
Yeah, we did.
So
It's a different time.
so that was a good point though. If you
It was
did
a
something to hurt
reflex.
my
But you started it, but I had to back it up with you.
I didn't start.
Yeah,
it.
you hit him first.
No, I did not. Tisha, you normally have the mind of an
Kaylan,
elephant.
like, hold on.
I
Yeah.
reached into
Wait a
my
minute.
car. He wanted my stereo that he bought. So he tried to take it, and I reached into my car to stop him from taking it. When I raised up my head, he hit me. I never
Okay.
hit him.
Well, well then, is that when me and Brandy came out running?
Yes.
Okay.
And y'all fought. Yeah.
So are
But
you
then-
saying in that situation you would?
I'm
or you
saying
today
in that
you would be like-
situation, yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying in today's situation is we're older.
But she left us there though.
I was bleeding. I had to go deal with the situation ahead.
Me
So
and
y'all
Brandy
was
was
still there trying to fight.
And it was two of y'all. I didn't leave you with just one.
Hold on now, Tingy.
Wait, but in my defense, one, I was bleeding. Two, he didn't hit them back. He didn't want
Okay.
them, so he never
He
hit
never
them
hit
back.
them. Okay.
They just hit on him, and he
Okay.
fled. So I wouldn't have left him out there. But then again, I don't know him. I saw blood. So I was out scared. But yeah, in that situation, yes. But if you a grown woman and you 30, 40, and you used to getting hit on by your man, baby, here's the steak.
I mean, I would say at this grown age, like I'm not getting into nobody's
Mhm.
beef with nobody. I mean, I don't know the backstory, or it could be somebody that I'm cordial with.
Yeah.
Y'all have an issue. Y'all are adults.
Work it out.
Work
Yeah,
it
figure
out.
it out.
Because I have in the past gotten involved in stuff. And then, like you said, the person, they done made amends, but every time the person see me, they looking at me side eye. And I'm like,
Right.
look, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, so
Right.
yeah, at this grown age, I'm staying out of
Out of
people's
grown
mess.
age.
Yeah.
This grown age.
This grown age. I
Yes,
like that
I'm
one.
gonna stay out of it.
This grown age.
This grown age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you got for Kayla?
Okay,
'Cause
so
I know you
our
got
topic
questions.
to,
Oh, what is it?
yeah, our topic today is I think we kind of blended this up in a lot of things under its umbrella.
Mhm.
But it's DEI.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion,
Okay,
Mhm.
we should get you into because you brought this to the
Yeah,
table.
that's
So I'm gonna let
for
you
sure.
do it because you got it.
which is really it's aimed to be focused on stopping discrimination, anti-harassment, and helping to get like, I don't know what's the word I want to look for, like assistance for people with disabilities.
Mhm.
So that's the aim of it. There is mixed feelings though on if it's a positive thing or a negative thing, because y'all know it used to just be diversity.
Mhm.
Then it was diversity and inclusion.
Mhm.
Now it's diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Mhm.
So I think we are probably all gonna come from different points of view.
And so we invited Kaylan on today to talk about it from a school standpoint, because I think one of the things we discussed was that it's there's a difference in the way schools are treated, right? As far as the diversity in the like a public school versus a private
like
school,
the funding or something,
the funding or the education, so stuff like that. So
I kind of want to, also go into the realm of the changes that equity, the equity part causes in schools. Like, for instance, when we talked about, the children in schools, they're trying to take away grades now. Did you know that? That's a part of the equity. I never heard about the equity part is that's what it's a part of. They want to take away grades because we don't want any kid to feel
left behind,
like they made an A or you made an F. They've discussed taking away the bar in Washington, so lawyers would no longer have to take the bar. That's a part of the equity, because they're saying we don't want anybody to feel like there's a winner and a loser. If we're at a school and there's like a talent show or a science fair, there is no first place anymore. That's the part of the equity, is making everybody feel a part. If you're a kid or a grown up in some situations at like an employment place and you say, I don't want to be called a man, I feel like I should be able to go into the women's restroom. Well, now you got to include them, and they get to go into a girl's bathroom in school.
Do y'all don't have that door open for schools?
Well, with that instance, I know, like, if we have kids like that, they have a special restroom for them to use, because you get into especially at Waco High, you get to a bigger problem, like, ew, they're in the girls' bathroom, why they in the boys' bathroom? So they figure out a way so they won't feel like they're excluded from expressing themselves.
What is the restroom called? Like,
It's just
an extra restroom?
It's just like an extra restroom.
Okay.
Yeah. Say
So
it's by the nurses station, I know.
So
And
there's
it's just
no like women
no.
or it's no. Okay.
It's nothing on top of it. It's just a restroom.
So how do you feel about that?
Because at this age, you're teaching high schoolers.
Correct.
A lot of them haven't changed their member. So now we have this unnecessary restroom just because, so that they feel a part.
Right. At first, when I first worked at Waco High, I didn't know how to take it, because I had kids come to me, Miss, I go by such and such, so you got to call me this. On the roll sheet, it still goes by your government name, so I'm going to call you by your government name until I see otherwise. So, I mean, I didn't know how to take it. I didn't want anybody to feel like I was just like discriminating against them, you know, at the point. But I just felt like right was right. Unless I see it, I'm going to go by what I see.
And now, are you still like that? You still think like that, or?
I still see. But then now, it's actually changed on the roll.
Oh, wow.
Who does that?
So they put their name that they want to go by
on the roll
Who
sheet.
does that?
Yeah.
I guess when they register,
When
I
they
guess
register,
that's how they put it.
Oh, so they're probably with the online registration.
So
giving the
they'll
parents.
pull me to the side and like, Coach Talley, I'm such and such, and this is who I go by. And I was like, okay, I'll check into it later, and then when I get my roll sheet, it's on there like that. So at that point, I mean, I try to, but I'm not gonna remember that every day. Right. But I said I'll try my best to remember, but don't hold it against me if I don't.
So just for my curiosity, if it's little Tommy and he says, I want to be called she, do you have to respect that and say, like, can y'all pass her the book? Can you give her, like, do you have to?
I'm going to be truly honest. I don't remember that.
You just avoid
I just avoid the whole situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm real big on calling last names. So it's just,
as
a coach, I go by last name. So it's just not that big of a deal. And they're fine with it.
Okay.
But I do tell them, I address them like, hey, I'm not going to remember that every single day. Mm-hmm. So don't hold it against me.
So you in that situation, you kind of bypass all that extra.
All the extra.
That's the way to kind of keep yourself,
try to keep myself
protected, yourself and then protected.
Yeah.
Now, how many kids are we talking about?
Oh, now it's real big. It's big.
Just give me a ballpark, Kaylan, because this is blowing
like
my
in
mind.
my class, like I have 1 or 2 like each period, and we have we did have 9 periods a day.
Each period?
Yeah, it's like it's very
so 100 kids maybe.
It's
More?
more common than what
It's more
we
common.
think.
It's more common than what you
Yeah.
think.
But has anybody had a change, or is it just them dressing
Oh yes,
like hormones?
Like going through the hormones.
They're going
like,
through the
yeah,
change. Yes.
So it
Yes.
is allowed for them to do. That is crazy. For
Yes.
me. You know, I listened to this song. I'm gonna let you talk something. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I
good.
listened to this song and I love it's by this Christian rapper named Bizzle. I forgot the name of the song. But one of the lines he says in the song I love, he said, "It's crazy how your kids can pick their member, but they can't even pick their bedtime." Like I don't know. So that just blows my mind that it's more common than
It's
What would
very
you say,
common.
Sam?
No, I was just saying I think it's just crazy that it's like that movement have everybody scared to like you gotta walk on tiptoes. Like you have to change the way
Your whole
Yo-
everything.
exactly to cater to you know what I'm saying?
So
And-
do you agree with the DEI with them doing that?
On that particular point.
But you know why I'm asking her? Because that was something that was brought up. He said, so now if you don't agree and you don't want to deal with the chaos, you're called a racist. You're called a homophobe.
Exactly.
You're
A
looked
bigot.
at.
So,
Yeah,
and
you're
then-
called a name.
Well, I feel like it can actually create more division because now you just don't want to. I'm just gonna remove myself. I'm gonna try not to associate with this person because I don't know if what I'm gonna say may offend them, or you know what I'm saying. It's like how do I just want to.
You got to be real careful,
Yeah, you
especially
have
like
to.
with what you teach too, because then you don't
So
want to
now-
cross no lines
Now the academics has changed.
to like. So say for instance, I teach human growth and development.
Oh Lord.
So you got to be
yeah.
careful and be like,
Oh yeah.
I don't want to offend nobody in my classroom today.
I don't even know how you would
Okay.
like finagle.
But
I
hold
do.
on. We're
It's
going down a
just-
whole
Well,
rabbit
I'm
hole.
sorry.
I mean,
she like, hold on, I got questions.
I do.
But
I
I'm
do.
trying to say, okay, well, with you teaching that, do you have to get the consent from parents?
I
to
do. I
teach
ask.
certain things.
I do.
or
I do ask
whatever?
at the very beginning.
Okay.
I'm just pretty straight. I'm pretty straightforward,
Mhm.
and I tell them, hey, this is what it is in this classroom. You can. I have the kids take a syllabus home, and the parents sign it, the students
Mhm.
sign it, and bring it back.
But I just could imagine that curriculum has changed versus from when we was, you know what I'm saying, coming
Mhm.
up. Like, what does that look like?
But
It's just
the curriculum
know-
has changed, but the facts have not changed.
facts have not changed.
So
But
they're
you have-
not learning anything.
But
a
you
bunch
have
of
to
fluff
cater
stuff.
to that because that's another point. Because Ben Carson was saying, as doctors, we have to cater to that. So if a man walks into a hospital and says, "I'm pregnant, I think I'm in labor," DEI makes the doctors have to address that as such, as if he's carrying a child. Yes.
I would say, sir, the psychiatric
Insanity.
ward
That's what he
is
said.
3
Like,
blocks
that's
down.
insanity.
Because a lot of us, we've created this monster now. And now it's to the point where you can have a 12th grader boy come in there and sound pregnant. And if the teachers don't be like, well, give him a cushion for his back, 'cause
Yep.
then what?
I'm,
Like, this is-
no, I ain't gonna lie. If he came in there, I would be like, what? I'll be like, boy, get out of my
baby,
classroom.
call
Quit
his
playing with me.
mama.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Kaylan, give us a point of something that you kind of have to straddle the fence on the teaching.
I take
Give
it
us an
day. I
example.
take it day by day. I'm not gonna lie. Take it day by day
Mhm.
So
with
you-
a little bit of everything.
That's crazy.
Day by
I
day.
would have. How much more stressful would that make your job as a teacher? That because teachers are planners, like you said, you have a syllabus, a curriculum.
A curriculum.
You like to stick
so
to your.
I stick with it, but then I get a plan B just in case
Yeah.
every time. And then sometimes you have to do it off the rip because you don't know. Because kids come in and out your classroom
Mhm.
Every period.
every period, and then you might get a new student in that classroom that you didn't have before. So you just gotta go with the
give
flow.
me an example. So do you say birthing person or can you say pregnant woman?
I say
Just-
pregnant.
Okay.
You just say
You
pregnant,
just
you
don't
just
put
say
the
pregnant.
sex on a.
Yeah, I
on
just
a-
don't put a.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Kaylan, teachers deserve an increase just for this BS.
I agree.
Because they
Mhm.
catering to y'all foolishness. I'm sorry,
I
no.
agree.
This is foolishness, y'all. We are sitting allowing these kids to think they really are with baby, you not.
I feel like DEI is going to be one of those things. And, I don't have anything against the LGBTQ community. But I feel like it's going to be one of those things where you keep adding a letter because it was diversity, then diversity, and now it's equity and inclusion. I think
they're going to keep going as far as you allow them to go with it.
Oh, but so do they carry the kid home now or no? You know how we used to carry the kid home? Was that your
baby?
The baby?
That I had that class, but now I don't teach that class.
But they still do
But
that?
they still do it.
So who gets the baby? Like all of them?
I gave it to each student.
Yeah.
It was part of the project.
I mean, I think back then.
But guess
we
what?
probably
The
didn't
guys
really
did
have
better
no
than
guys to
some of the
do 'em.
girls on that project.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, how many? So you have boys in there with breasts and a beard sometimes. Like it's the line, because I've seen a lot of kids now at that age that they have breasts and a beard, or it's like I don't know what's what.
Yes.
So it's breast and a beard.
I don't
Correct.
know. What, I'm just like, what the hell am I? I'm
And
not
one
being
time
funny.
I thought it was a girl. So, and I was talking to, and then came back to me. No, that is a boy, and it's full out girl. No. So I was like, oh, my bad.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because
But
I mean,
then
you
I
apologize.
apologize,
It's
but
not
then
your fault that you're confused
I'm
about
telling
the
you,
whole.
you make a whole big situation
just off that,
just off of that.
it'll get
Yeah.
to the principal and the superintendent and everybody
And
involved.
then they look at you like you
You're
just
wrong.
bad
Shame.
person.
So
I
Yeah.
mean, well, I'm gonna say this: we do high school drives or whatever, and so it used to be, it used to be to where I could, if a child walked through the door and you didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, you can say, okay, state your first and last name. Let me see your ID, and the ID was gonna let you know that it was a boy or a girl. But like now, you don't know. So and then on our blood bags, instead of putting male or female, we put pregnant, non-pregnant. So it's like, it's like you're creating a system
This not
to,
good. This not
Well,
good.
I want to say one thing I feel is positive about DEI is that it does aim for fair compensation, equal opportunities. For me personally, and you guys can give your 2 cents as well. One of the things I found was negative is that, in my opinion, it lowers standards. So for like instance, you're a coach. The area where DEI would say, hey, we need, 3 coaches at Waco High, but we need one to be black, one to be gay, and one to be this. You may not get the job simply because you don't fit one of these molds.
Yeah.
Correct. That's a whole nother situation because, when I was at Tech, rewinding back playing basketball, people would stereotype me just because I played basketball thinking I was gay. Just because, people came to me like, I didn't want to be your friend or didn't want to hold a conversation with you because you play basketball and we thought you were gay.
Wow.
So it's just the fact of you could have asked me.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just that just
right.
so
But
that
have you seen like, okay, because I think so DEI at Waco High. Are there qualified teachers or are there teachers just there because they need to fill a quota? Right? Is that what you're saying?
It does do that in some instances. Yeah. That's
meaning we need so many blacks, we need so many disabled,
so
we
many
need
gays,
so it don't matter what the
immigrants.
resume is.
Yeah.
I'm against that because I want who's qualified there, but I want it fair.
exactly.
But I want who's qualified there.
and it
They
should be that way.
Yeah.
It should be that way.
Because what if the quota is filled for blacks and so now I'm qualified for it and I can't get it because I'm black because that quota has been filled and I must now hire somebody else all because of of that.
And no offense on that, but with Waco High today, we need more blacks in the school.
You feel like why do you say that?
It's just because of the kids that we have in the school that can relate better.
Oh, you mean the staff?
Yeah,
you need
staff. We
more
want black staff
Okay.
to relate to our.
Well, if you had to take a guess, what would you say is probably the percentage of black teachers there now? Because it seemed like we had a lot of black teachers when we went. You don't.
I don't think it's that many.
Yeah.
Are they quitting or just not working or just
It's just not. I don't know.
They're just not.
I don't even say they're just not.
Yeah.
So how do you feel, Kaylan, about like if the DEI, because you're a teacher, were to
Mhm.
remove like the grades and things were not based on meritocracy, it's not, you don't have to perform well to get, it's just, hey, you did good and we're going to let you pass.
I think that's setting up our kids for failure.
Yeah.
It's a setup. I went on a college visit, and you could just they're not prepared at all. I think if we do that, it's just setting them up. You can see how many kids don't make it past the first semester of college because they just don't have it.
They just been pushed through.
They just been pushed through.
Yeah. Well, when I was looking it up, the classroom setting, it was basically saying that they were trying to create a space to where all kids, so no child will feel like they're being singled out. So it don't really matter their intellectual level. Like you may have some of the kids in the IEP or whatever in the same class, and those are the kids who may have ADHD, learning disabilities, or whatever. They may be in the same classroom with somebody who's,
and they have
performing at their right level. So do you see that on a day-to-day? I mean, and how do you feel about that? Do you feel like those kids should be in separate spaces? Or?
I don't think so. I think that's where the inclusion comes in.
Yeah,
I think we should not isolate those kids. Let them feel apart.
But
I
they
agree.
have behavior issues.
Some of them do.
Though.
I agree.
It just depends.
But see, I agree that they should. I agree that they should be in the same space. But I know, like IEP cater, they have like different perks. Like, you know what I'm saying? If little Tommy have problems with taking a test, he may get to go outside for about 15 minutes. I feel like it should go hand in hand. If we're making special accommodations to make him feel included and not separate him, then the regular, not regular like that, but the kids who, who aren't IEP in that little old program or whatever, do the same thing, because you have kids who take tests all the time that have anxiety. Let everybody step away for 15 minutes
now,
or whatever the case
are you
may
talking
be.
about?
Me, that's what I'm,
because some of them kids can't even talk. You talking about those type kids, or?
Well, I'm not sure if they're in the same class.
Well,
I
wouldn't put those in.
Okay, so they still have those kids.
Yes, they still have those kids.
Okay.
Now that but you got some that
Just
you
have
can
a
function.
learning.
In a environment with others. So and then some people can take that, especially with disabilities, and ride it till they can't ride it no more, and use it as a crutch
for like a check or.
Well, they already probably get a check, and they probably already doing art. But like she's saying, it's like, how it's one of those things like don't treat my kid regular because they want to keep getting those perks and benefits from it.
I don't want him better.
Different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it's beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Type
they
thing.
play that fair.
Oh, because they play real hard.
Yeah.
Real hard.
So you think somebody, like, say for example, like a ADHD or autism spectrum, you're saying those kids should not necessarily be considered to be in those.
Not
autism. If they can, if they can talk, they can be in there and learn.
Yeah.
So it's different spectrums of autism.
It's different levels.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, but it is different levels, but maybe this is my personal experience. All of the kids that I know that are autistic or have Asperger's or something similar, they kind of hit and pinch and scratch because they have communication problems. So since they can't verbalize what they need to say, they're hitting, scratching, poking.
And then let me ask you this. That is something new. And is it growing, the kids that you see that have that? Because when we were in school, there was not a lot of that. Autism, and I'm not going on a health thing, but I'm saying, do you think it's more of a behavioral? Is it more like, what is it? Because I'm just like, I don't remember seeing this many kids that can't do that.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it's just been placed on them or is it really true? But it's just like it's like a lot. It's a huge population. You got to be careful with that too.
Yeah.
Why?
Because with the IEP, they got to have these special accommodations for these kids within your classroom. They can function as a regular student, but
everything is.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Don't that slow down your teaching? Like
that's what I was gonna say. Like, true enough, you don't want to single them out.
You don't.
But I feel like that's the purpose of. I know that kids learn at different, levels or whatever. You have some that are more technical, some who are critical thinkers or whatever. That's the whole purpose of these standardized tests.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that it should be used to let them, advance or whatever, but kind of get a feel of who this child is. Do they need hands-on? So when they go over to the next grade or whatever, that group of kids can kind of flow together.
So
in a
that's a
setting.
benefit.
And then the other groups who are on their same level, don't nobody need to know that this is what's going on as far as the kids. But it's a system.
But if they're getting pulled out of class,
they're not getting pulled out of class. I'm saying like everyone who's functioning on the same level, let them go in rotation to these classes together. So it's not, so the teacher can know. It's only for the teacher to know, like, okay, I know I got to read to this group of kids because A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? Versus stagnant, having another child who is on where they need to be, having a, feel like they're stagnant, not able to get the attention that they need because the focus is on this group of kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is one of the, I was saying is one of the benefits or one of the aims of DEI. That's something that they do say too.
What?
Trying to make accommodations.
Yeah.
To treating them like every other kid, but giving them those accommodations so they feel a part.
The thing about DEI that I don't understand is what was wrong prior to, because I just think we're going down a rabbit hole of they want to, everything is a problem and let us fix this and let us solve this for you. Let us create this agency that's going to watch this for you. And y'all don't know what y'all doing, so we're going to help y'all do it. When I was in school, there wasn't this many of it. Why is it an issue?
I think, go ahead, Summer.
No, go ahead.
No, I always talk.
No, I was just going to say, I wonder if it's like a money thing. Like,
because
I don't really think it's a money thing. From what I've seen and heard and watching with Dr. Ben Carlson and the panel that was there, I think it's because, and I pondered this, I think it's because America set out for equality. But I think there was never really any equality. We say we're not going to discriminate and we're going to hire everybody and everybody gets paid the same. But let's be honest. Once you get into that company and you're Black, you get paid less. You're a woman, you get paid less. So equality ain't working because you will give us an equal opportunity. But is it really an equal opportunity? So I think it made them take it a step further to say, no. We need to put everybody on the same level playing field. If we're all at this company, we all get paid this amount of money. We all get treated this kind of way. That's the aim. If we're a kid, we all, or another way that I looked at it from the panel, you got an Ivy League college. Sometimes you look at a Black application and you see a Black name or whatever, and you don't want to let them into your Ivy League school. So let's put something in play because y'all say you're equality, but you're not. To where now Blacks get in, whites, Asians, Indians, that kind of thing.
But that's not what's happening. That to me, that's just a waste of energy, space, and time. And it's what you make it in a school. To me, it's what you make it in any situation. You're never, everybody's never going to get paid the same because it goes by experience. Say, for example, an Indian come in and we say we got to pay her fair because she's an Indian, but you've been doing it, drawing the blood, you the supervisor, and they come in and bring her the same amount of money as you. That's not fair. You've worked, you're a supervisor, everybody's gonna get paid the same. So that I used to think like that till I realized, Tisha, they put in more work than you. They have more caseloads than you. They have a bigger head count than you. It's more now it is a lot of times where you might not get paid fair. I understand that. But I'm saying a lot of times we cause these problems when, to me, I'm just like, do we need a government agency to do this for us?
Yeah.
Because once they come in, they open up. Now we got this right here where you can't say pregnant woman. But y'all want the government is never here to help you in these situations. And that's my whole thing. I think what the problem is, we lost the heart of teachers, in my opinion, just in this situation. The teachers I had, I love them so. Because it was from a different place, I feel like. Now.
And I think a different time because they sure didn't have to deal with all this extra stuff that they got to deal with.
It's
new.
Like
every day.
It's like you can't even teach. You're so caught up in the semantics and the politics and everything of it that it's like, how do you have time to actually teach something?
How can you build a relationship with some of these kids? I mean, because we kind of built relationships somewhere with our teachers. Can you even still do that?
I think that's what helped me. I have to learn. I got to build a relationship with my students somewhere just to figure it out and just to make every day
build a rapport with them.
You have to. I mean, especially at Waco High, that's what makes it easier. Build a relationship with these kids and know where they're coming from. Maybe it'll be a lot easier for you as the teacher.
Yeah.
They do.
'Cause-
They like you too. They
Yeah.
from what I've seen of the kids, they seem to
do.
respect her.
That's what I
And
thought.
She
I
got
was-
like a little old school type of vibe to her.
It's just
Do-
being consistent. I be consistent
And
from
the
day
kids
one.
appreciate that. That's why they respect you. So you probably don't have to deal with all that extra
I
that some of
don't.
the other teachers
What about
have
from
to
the
deal
parents
with.
though? Do you ever?
I don't worry about them either.
Okay.
I don't, because you can't let, because when you try to reach out to them, you get no
Am I-
response.
Okay, I got.
So you're. I'm sorry, Tisha. So I just have to, because she seems like an amazing coach to me. So you're more like, I don't deal with the foolishness. I'm
I don't
here
have
for what
time.
Yeah.
for my job
I don't
and
have
what I
time.
have to do, and I'm here for them, and I'm here for my job.
I'm here for, yeah.
And everything else, I respect you, but I'm not feeling
I'm
like
not fenced to just
Right.
I mean, for what?
Yeah. I know that's
those kids do respect her, and I've
But
seen the kids.
what?
They don't have a lot of respect for some of those teachers,
Yeah.
but they do respect
What?
Kaylan.
Mm-hmm.
So she doing something right in that. You're not trying to be their friend, but you're trying to understand them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not your
Correct.
friend.
Yeah,
Tisha,
at the same
ask your
time.
question. I have another question for her.
I have a question about because I feel like with the DEI, with the students in particular, I think they're making it easy for them not to learn anything too. Because it's like everybody's a winner and you're not. You just lost the game, so you're a loser. You're a loser
Yeah,
for this
for real.
game. You got to learn it the hard way because you're
You
going to
do.
get out into this real world and it's not going to be like
and
that.
fall right on your face. Yeah.
But
And
I
throwing
did
it
some.
at you.
I did some researching on the stats for the education level by races in the just for the reading level, and this is just our public school, and blacks were the lowest in reading, and we dropped significantly from the 70s, from the 50s on down. We were completely illiterate during slavery. Then we brought it all the way up in the 50s and 60s, and then we brought it all the way back down after that. And then the Asians are the highest. They're all in public schools. So how is it that a public school can benefit one and not benefit the other? Because this is the same school. This is not being favoritism. This is not you saying this school got better books. This is the same exact school, same system.
Same.
So my thing is, does a lot of this stuff start at home? If you leave the government out of it and say, you know what, there's nothing wrong with little Johnny putting that phone down and reading this book to this weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that plays both ways though. In the schools, I know a lot of our kids just get pushed through. We're just gonna send this kid to the next level because I don't want to deal with it. So that's somebody else's problem.
Right.
But then you get to the high school, we get to this point and they're reading at third, fourth grade level
That's so
because
sad.
nobody wants to. Back then, took the time out
Right.
to help she.
So the
And
teachers
34
have changed.
Yeah, it's. I mean, some. I just think some are here just to be here. Some
Tapped out.
tapped out.
Mm.
Some a lot say it's not worth it, which is
Yeah.
I mean it's not worth it because you feel like every time it's something more that you the teacher have to do to make sure.
Is it
Right.
this?
It sounds like it could be exhausting, and I'm not saying that makes it okay for a teacher, but I could see how they would lose heart because at the end of the day, I'm a person and this is my occupation. When I go home, I might be a parent myself.
Right.
I may have stuff to do, and I have to. I'm in this school system dealing with the politics of it. Then I have to try to go back and do last year's teacher's job and the year before
Yeah,
that
that's
teacher's
true.
job.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And I'm on top of staying on my curriculum and what I have to teach. It seems like that could be,
It's just like
I don't know.
It's like a circle.
And
Right.
I agree, Tisha, your point. I think it definitely has a lot to do with parents not teaching. You know, back in that time, it was you stay in this house and read these books. You know, I heard Ben Carson say, my mom's, even on the weekends, we couldn't go outside and play until we had read. And like with this movement of DEI, I noticed that the other day, my daughter said, my 7-year-old granddaughter, you have to volunteer to read. So now she reads to the class because she wants to, but it's no more, hey, Tisha, get up and read, you know, and that just can't be because that's how you discover what level,
What the flaws are.
what
Yeah.
a child is on when they have to get up in front of the class and read.
I agree.
But now if they have it to where they don't want little Johnny to feel embarrassed.
Yep. So he don't.
So
So
he don't
we're
have
not
to
calling
read.
nobody out
Yeah.
to read.
But
you know?
embarrassment is a true emotion that you need to experience. It's gonna
Yeah,
build
it is.
character. You might trip and fall. That's embarrassing.
I would rather you be embarrassed and learn how to read
Then get
But
out
I
here.
mean, these kids nowadays are a little sensitive than we were
Very
back in the
sensitive.
day.
They're very
Because
sensitive.
you may laugh at somebody for not, because kids are cruel.
Mm-hmm.
So this child may have to endure through the duration of school.
That
He
fool
can't
said,
leave.
yeah.
Yeah, he said, you know what I'm saying? He's stuttering.
That's true though.
Yeah,
That's true.
but nowadays, let a child have to endure that. They gonna want to
They gonna
quit
be
school.
suicidal.
And
Yeah,
ready to kill
like
themselves.
totally,
Mhm.
totally different.
So what do
Yeah.
you say to that? Do the kids read out loud?
I ask them to.
Yeah.
But you can tell with the ones that just don't know how or not up to that
Wow.
level, because you get some pushback. Miss, why you got called on me? Why you got
Yeah.
called on me today?
Yeah.
Be like, I help you through it. Let's get through it
I
together.
love it.
You
Yeah.
know,
I love
this
it.
Right.
But instead of just like, and then you say somebody laugh, what you laughing for? I'm calling on you next.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
come on
Okay.
now, you just gotta.
You make
gotta
the
know how to
class
work
feel
with
like a
it.
the
family.
culture,
they
culture
are
in your
very close.
classroom, you
Yes.
gotta figure it
Yeah.
out to make.
You gotta know how to work the room.
You
Which
gotta know how to
brings
work
me
the
back
room.
to something you said a minute ago, Kaylan. You said we need more blacks because it's relatable.
Relatable.
So can we? I want to just. Why do you feel that way? Do you feel like it's a lot of black kids and they can't relate to the white teachers, or you feel like they're not putting out the same energy with the kids that you are?
Both.
Mhm.
Both. Because they look at them as she thinks she better than me, or she thinks she up here and she got this and this and that, and I might not have it. A lot of our kids don't have it.
Yeah.
They don't have it. They don't know where they're getting their meal from the next day. They don't know who they staying with from night to night.
That's crazy.
And
It's
they have to
just
try to
and
learn.
then they gotta try to learn on top of that.
Yeah.
I got kids in my class. I'd be like, "You okay today?" He's like, "Miss, I worked all night long just so
Yeah.
for my
And that just shouldn't be.
yeah."
So overall, do you feel? Because I just want everybody's opinion. Tisha, clearly you don't agree with DEI.
Mhm.
Kaylan, do you feel that this is a kind of a nature versus nurture thing, and if parents did more at home early on in early childhood development, that it would be less issues?
We need more. We need more
More
parent
parents.
involvement. It's just like very little.
I heard you say you called them and it's
It's just like,
Crickets.
or one parent said, that's your problem from 8 to 4.
Oh no.
shut the front door.
But I mean, at some point, you have to, say if the child didn't get it in early development, you have to meet the child where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
So it may look like you going to get them tutoring or whatever, because I don't know. I've seen the videos. Some parents just don't even know it themselves.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? How can I teach my child when I really don't even know how to add this equation up myself?
But
you know?
math
But they don't even try to ask though.
Yeah.
It's just like, why you fail my baby? She no.
Yeah.
Well,
And so do y'all provide them with the resources?
I'm telling you, it's
Aside.
no way.
It's
It's
no
no excuse.
Yeah.
It's no
Yeah.
excuse. I'm sorry. It's
And they'll
just
make
no
one
excuse.
probably every
It
time.
is. It's excuse every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm always with the quotes. So my quote for the episode, of course, come from Dr. Ben Carson, who I absolutely admire.
Mhm.
Hearing his story is y'all know he was a part of Trump's cabinet for urban housing and development. But his mother used to tell him, the person who has the most to do with you is you. And he said that always helped him to overcome obstacles and not make excuses. Like, you being black is not an excuse. You being gay is not an excuse. You and I really love that.
Right.
So
That's
what are you for or against, or you just kind of like,
I'm really not feeling it, to be honest with you. I mean, certain, like with the school, yeah, I get certain aspects of it, but I can't just say I'm all the way on board with it.
Do you think that the test hurt the kids? The TOS test, we used to call it TOS test. What are they calling it now?
Star.
Star test. Do you think that's a waste of time? You think they need it, or what
I think
do you
it's
think?
a waste.
Why do you say that? Because they're gonna still let them graduate?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's it for?
College.
What's
I think at this point, the only thing you're using it for, if you're being real, is to see your scores and what college you can get into, because that's what they're gonna look at, the next level.
I thought that
But
was
the STAR
SAT.
test, yeah, that's
No,
something
STAR
different.
test was you
To
had
exit.
graduate. Yeah.
But they still,
But to
colleges still look
enter-
at your exit exam, right?
It's TSI too, so
Oh,
that's what
okay.
they look
Yeah.
at
Okay.
for colleges. But still, with that, it's just like it's no way that you shouldn't graduate at this point now.
Yeah.
Ever since
Is that
COVID,
is that
It's-
standard? Is that
it's
watered
just
down?
that. It's just I just don't understand it.
Do you think
So
they
you
make
you
them
don't
go
feel like
through
that's
all that?
cool?
I don't feel like it's cool.
Wait, did it used to be SATs for college?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
it's still
SATs.
ACT.
And
ACT.
They still
They
take
still have
that, and then
those.
they have TSI testing that they take now. But
Kaylan,
it's
let
just like with the
Lord.
STAR.
This
Sorry,
Mhm.
I mean, if you don't figure that out, it's like a backup.
But don't they also use the STAR grades to see like the percentile, like when
Mhm.
you graduate,
can.
and your percentile? If you,
But it's just like still,
it's
It's-
What's the
Can
purpose
you
of having
Yeah.
them go through all of that?
what's the point?
Kaylan, do you think that COVID made it worse on the
COVID
kids?
did.
Do you think
Yeah.
that was a
It
failure on the
did.
kids?
It made it was the absolute. I hated it. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I
Because they
hated it.
said the stats show that the kids went back. Some of them got set back 4 or 5 years.
And that's probably
Easy.
true.
what?
That's
Yes.
probably, and that's
Yeah.
exactly
A lot
right.
of the remedial levels, the illiteracy levels dropped after COVID.
I totally
increased
agree.
because COVID was hard on the kids.
I agree. Do you think it's like the curriculum that these kids are just not interested in? I mean, because if you go that far back, like you really didn't learn nothing.
No, they were just saying for them being at home,
Home.
not
So
having
with the COVID,
training.
it's just like
yeah, I understand.
you had to
that.
log in at a certain time with your class. You think those kids logged in?
No,
Yeah.
No.
I have a friend and her son literally. I don't know if I told
So
you
I'm
guys
sitting.
about
I'm
it.
sitting on the computer looking at myself.
Yeah, because he would not
Yeah.
log in, or he would go to sleep.
But I'm just saying maybe
Log in,
the
turn off the
curriculum
camera.
needs to change though. Because I feel like if you give a kid something that they're interested in, not even interested in learning about, but
Did
I
they
don't
take away
know.
wood shop?
Yes,
Why?
wood shop, home ec. See,
They did take home
they
ec
took
away.
home.
Uh-huh.
But see,
I did take
they're
it though.
they're trying to take away some music programs.
But see, that's what I'm. This is what to me.
Train them up.
Yes.
That's why I said that's what I was just saying. The standardized test, it should be to figure out what field that this child should
What
go
little Johnny
in.
need to be.
Yes, we're gonna put you in this, you know what I'm saying? You need a trade. Let's see what trade you need to be in and go from there with it. But you learning about, for one, history that probably wasn't even authentic or whatever the case may be. Like these kids are not interested in that. Like
No.
you know.
That's
Another topic though, I guess. But
They not. It's
Just
not.
saying.
They're not.
They're not gonna remember.
But COVID really
Yeah.
hurt
Yeah.
a lot of these kids.
and schools ain't been the same since COVID.
No.
Do you feel that there could be some plan or something implemented to get it back on track?
I feel like they tried, but I feel like
It's a done deal.
it's like a done deal.
Why
Like
you
they
say
got a
that?
little
Like
taste of
what you
it.
mean?
It's just like I feel like we've tried so many different plans
Mhm.
as a district. Just looking at a district, and it was just like we started, and that's it.
So where do you
might
think
it might
that-
not even go through.
Where do
Do
you
you-
think the ball drop is with the students, the parents, the teachers, the
That everywhere, because I mean it's just like
everything
what
is
if-
a contributing factor?
yeah,
Do
everything.
y'all have a lot of kids that really didn't return from COVID? Like some of them just because do y'all have homeschooled kids who are being homeschooled, or
Not
because I know
really.
a couple of people who
I know a lot
their
of kids that
are doing homeschool,
went to homeschool, yeah.
and hadn't really returned since COVID. Like they still been doing homeschooling.
And some are just still
So,
scared
I mean,
to come back from COVID.
Yeah.
Wow.
The parents are scared for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of parents started having they started realizing what the teachers go through once them kids got in their house all day. They had a different respect for the teachers because them teachers deal with your kids all day long.
All day
And
long.
you only see them after 5 o'clock, and then it's to eat, go to bed. Now you with them all day long. So I know they couldn't wait to get y'all.
I'm telling you, Facebook, starting such and such. I can't wait for my kid to get back to that school.
Okay, that's early.
I
Can
was
make it through the
like-
summertime.
I was talking about.
The summertime,
Yeah.
baby, ready.
Wait a minute. Hey, I need a break too.
Okay, so I'm gonna use this for an example. Like little Isley was
40.
extremely smart. She was but I think that sometimes the teachers would have kids in her class that was not on her level, and she's sitting there drawing sometimes, kind of like I had to sit there because she had to teach so and so. Do you think that's right? Because now you slowing a real smart kid down.
That's called differentiated learning. That's different levels.
Can you break that down for us?
So you as a teacher, here's more work on you though. You gotta learn how to involve those that are high level learning and those that are low level learning with what you're teaching.
See,
to keep them all involved.
and this is why I don't like DEI, because unlike y'all, I would say separate these kids. I am all for an honors class.
They still got honors
do y'all
classes?
still have GT? Okay, so
they
y'all
have
still
honors
In
and
Athens?
where
Is it
kids
still
can
called
graduate
Athens?
with their associates.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can
Y'all
start
still
your
have
trade
nursing
now.
school there?
Yeah,
have
you can start your
the
trade
Waco.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaca,
Yeah,
Guama,
Guaca.
where if they want to do like welding and all that, you have a lot of kids that come out and get good jobs from that welding program.
Yeah, that's good.
Guaca, that's the nursing program.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's
That's
excellent.
I mean, it's
So Tangie, you would separate the kids.
I definitely would.
Okay.
I definitely would separate the kids. I'm not for the inclusion. I'm sorry. You would feel included in your space with your group of people. Because let's be honest, even in the world, there are different socioeconomic classes. And so we're built that way, lower class, middle class, upper echelon. So I wouldn't feel any type of way about separating you guys, and you get your reward or your meritocracy in your group, in your area. It's not gonna make you feel less of a person if you the number one GT person or the number one academic person.
But then, okay, I think, well, because if you do it that way here, then you have to do it that way in a different setting, like the workforce.
But
You
it
know what I'm
is,
saying?
but to some,
How would that look? You know what I'm saying?
it
They
looked
kinda
like
low-key do it
it
now.
looked like
Right.
HR hang out with HR and supervisors don't mix with their employee. It kind of
there's
looks
a
like it
separation
is.
there too. In corporate America is a separation.
It's a separation. Yeah, it's probably not for you because you're a good, boss and leader, and not my mom either.
Okay, but I'm saying if you at a manufacturing company,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying, and you have like you're not going to separate your employees.
You're not, but they
based
will.
on how their intellectual,
No, but they will.
intellect is. Or
They
whatever.
will though, because most likely everybody who's there in that warehouse that's black gonna kind of click up. Or
Okay, so they will, but I'm saying to where we not getting sued, or
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
'Cause that's
we're not
discrimination.
discriminating. Yeah, you have to make it all across the board.
But I don't
in
feel like
different
that's
sections.
discrimination. I think there's a difference between what's fair and what's just. And that's something that I feel like, to me, the world has to understand. Fair and just are not the same thing. It may not be fair that people who make more money have to pay more taxes, but it is just.
Mhm.
So,
but yeah,
that's just how I feel.
I mean, I feel the same way. That's why I said with the whole same kids learning on the same level, I do feel like
Move
that or
them around
whatever.
together.
Move them around together, but in a bigger picture, discrimination can come in.
Mhm.
or
You know what I'm saying?
create schools like charter schools where you're making these schools that are tailored and targeted for a special type of student.
Do you think we should do more trade high schools versus regular high schools? Like in Dallas, they have some of the high schools, they've completely closed them down and made them trade schools. So you're going in there strictly to learn.
Your trade, not much
You're
academics.
trained, not nothing else. You've already probably passed a certain test to know that you can read and write or whatever. But because some kids probably just can't sit there.
That's true. They can't.
Mhm.
And I think they'll be more involved if it was something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's something they want to do.
Right.
Mhm.
Like work on cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be
So you're
You can
saying
see half
with
them kids,
their-
they're running that class because, in the shop, so.
Yeah.
plumbing. That's
So
a
you
good-
saying like
Mama.
get their basic learning skills through elementary through like middle school or something, and then when they get to
Yeah, I think it's something like
certain
they
grade,
take a
like-
certain test to know, like, okay, these people they know enough to
Well,
get into this trade.
I think that's a
Yeah,
real
but I'm
good idea.
saying,
that would
yeah.
be dope to like do your basic core
Oh, yeah.
academics from like K through like 9th grade.
Yeah.
And then by the time you hit high school, you spending those 4 years in
Working
your
on
trade,
your-
and when
yeah,
you're done,
right.
you're out in the world working
Mhm.
in working class.
So I had a coworker who was born and raised in Germany. She came here when she was 30 years old with her husband. In Germany, you graduate high school in the 9th grade. That's it. 9th grade, you stop and you go straight to college for free
Damn.
into your trade. So if it's accounting, you go do accounting for 2 years. Now you ready. So by the time they 17, 18, they're in their career.
And why she come to America?
Her husband was in.
I mean,
her
because
husband was in the army.
That, she probably can't even use her credentials here. You know,
Baby,
But it
Olga
just
done
go to
found
show that
something
every
do.
country is different with the
Yeah.
way they operate.
Yeah.
in
Baby, Olga
education.
done found something.
She say Olga.
Where is there anything y'all want to add to this?
Yes,
You
I
wanna
do.
go
What
wrap
about
up?
corporal punishment? Because I'm a component for corporal punishment being back in the schools. What do you say? What is it there when you were in school at all?
No.
Okay, so that's long
But
past you.
I knew my mama didn't play that, so
like you said, it starts at home.
it starts at
So-
home.
Because that's just giving them something else to do. Now we got to stop class and whoop your kids' ass.
No, we went
But
to the
now
prin-
you
went
had
to the principal's office.
somebody
But
already
somebody-
ready for you.
But somebody still got to
teacher
stop
ain't
what
got-
they
No, they
doing.
don't.
No,
The
they
principals wait. Mr. Hoffman
Look,
used to wait.
Buzz that Mr. Hoffman. I had
Exactly. We
got
stayed
somebody
getting
to
licked,
come
so
down
I
getting
don't
you.
So
know.
get an appointed person to whoop ass.
Usually they would have 2 or 3 assistant principals. How many assistant principals y'all got? 2 or 3? Or-
Nah, about more than about 5, ain't it?
So
Oh,
usually
okay.
all of them had a paddle.
Oh.
And whoever you walk in there, it's like you get paddle or you want sack or suspension. Paddle.
I don't think it should be put back in because one thing, like you guys touched on, like autistic kids, ADHD, all these learning disability, Tisha don't.
Yeah.
You might have a dyslexia, and
I'm
I think sometimes, like I heard somebody say earlier today, some of these kids ain't bad and got mental issues. Some of them are dealing with situations at
Trauma.
home and traumas, and
Mhm.
so you getting them, and it's looking like a bad kid, or they're doing crimes at a young age, and you locking them up, and really what they need is some assistance or mental help.
That might be why we didn't have it back then, because we got that
Do
paddle
y'all
knocked that right up
have-
out of you.
like big brothers and big
Oh, we used to have
sisters
that.
that come to the school.
I don't even know if they do that anymore.
That's what, yeah, we used to have that.
Because I used to go to Jay Chines and do Big Brother, Big Sister.
And the
Okay.
Boys and Girls
That would be
Club was
good.
very prominent in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I
they
know
still
they're
do that.
trying to get things back within the school because I know they have a
Mhm.
little program they're starting with the dads, like have dads come to school,
Oh,
kind
that'd
of
be
reach
great.
out to the kids.
Mm.
A lot
Yeah.
of kids, and one boy say, "Well, I ain't got no daddy," but
Yeah.
just
Do
go.
they do they ask you guys or do like surveys or bring y'all in a think group?
We do
to
surveys.
Okay, to see what y'all think would be
Mhm.
good for these
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah, we do surveys all the time.
Yeah, well,
So,
that's good.
That's a good thing, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, I
well,
don't have anything else.
No, but
This
we
was
appreciate
good.
you coming with
Good.
us.
I need a
Did you
part
like
Waco
two of
High
this.
representative.
Okay.
I have
Baby,
one last question before we go. I
Mhm.
know I got a lot of comments. She like,
Go
don't ask me
ahead.
nothing else. All of that, you still chose the right profession, or sometimes you be like, I'm finna quit this.
I have my days. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
That's why you say one day at a time.
One day at a time.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I think it's your calling.
Okay, we need people like
Yeah,
this.
I
I
think
mean,
it's our
just
calling.
listening to you talk. I
day.
mean,
Yeah.
because we need some strong teachers
Because common
So-
sense is what they're missing.
Exactly.
And just give me
Mhm.
common sense. Just
And
give
some
it to me
care.
straight.
And a
Because you
little
can
care.
tell that you have some
nurturing.
care.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Just
got
a
Like
little
you're
bit.
like
Now
you're
you got a lot
stern.
of
You could
it.
tell you stern.
yeah.
Yeah,
But,
you gotta
yeah,
have
you
to
have
be
to be.
consistent. You
Yeah.
from day one.
So we didn't even talk about this. Okay, you're a coach as well.
Yes, ma'am.
So is there anything different that you do as you coach that you do in the classroom? Or is it still the same? Or is there a different relationship with them? Because now them come like your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
I
travel with
see,
them.
I see them
Mhm.
24/7. It feels
Yeah.
like. No, consistency is still the same.
Yeah.
What about, do you require grades to be a certain
Oh
way?
yeah, we do grade checks.
Mm-hmm.
When you got to turn them in, accountability. I hold them
Oh.
accountable on every single way I can.
That's good.
Because if you don't, it's just an easy way to, she ain't gonna do this or such and such, and okay, she ain't gonna do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got to, because
See, we
these
need
kids
more
nowadays they'll find their little avenue and wiggle right on up.
Okay. And once, yeah.
We
Yeah,
do
that's
need, because hearing you ask that question, I thought she was gonna say yes, but as I think about it, not switching up from coaching to the classroom,
You got
that consistency shows the kids
Mhm.
she has integrity. She's authentic.
Mhm.
she's this way all the time.
Mhm.
She ain't
Flip
fake.
flop.
And that's what they'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they'll tell you. They just kill me. But
You love them. You got a lot of
It's-
care.
to a certain extent,
Like, don't play. Don't get
play.
it twisted.
Don't
yeah.
get it twisted.
And I think that's what a lot
I
of
think I
teachers are
sound like
lacking.
my mama a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I said it starts at home, because how you was raised is kind of how you're treating your kids.
Yes.
And if you didn't have no structure, nothing as a child, then you're gonna kind of do that in the classroom.
Correct.
And I just think we missing that old school.
Okay,
type.
shout out Denise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
respect. I mean, because I listen to, I'd be like, I wish I would talk to my mama like that. Like,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm 36 right
Yeah.
now, and I still be like,
Oh, they do
No
not
better.
care.
they don't
Right.
care.
You gotta give respect to get respect. And I'm like,
And then that's a blessing as being like having a grandmother still too, because that's a
Mhm.
double portion.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
shout out to
Yeah.
everybody who still got their grannies and grandmas still living. That's a
shout out to
blessing.
coaches.
Hey,
And teachers.
Yeah.
Because
And
coaches
teachers.
teach.
yes,
Coach
Yeah,
they
Farley,
do.
where Coach Farley at?
All
he
the coaches
retired.
teach.
Coach
Coach Farley
Farley was
retired,
he was
I
our
like
math
him.
Sure
teacher
did. Last
and
year or a year or two ago.
he was
Yeah.
our teacher and a coach. Who
Mhm.
else?
Coach
Bishop.
We had
Bishop.
Coach
Coach
Evans.
Bishop.
Coach
from
Bishop comes to
Wiley.
every one of my volleyball
Yeah,
games.
Coach
What?
Bishop.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Mhm.
He's still handsome.
Supports.
You know,
Yeah.
they-
He still looks the
that was a
same.
Man, what
handsome
does he do?
family.
He retired?
Mhm.
Okay.
He used to come back like maybe last year before, and he would
Mhm.
like sub in for assistant principals. That were
Wow.
out.
Did
Yeah.
his son
That's
start
what's up.
coaching? Did Joe coach or
I don't,
teach?
I don't know. He's no, I don't think. I
Oh,
don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
Is Miss Bishop still a principal?
I think so. I
She
don't
was
know.
the principal when I was
I
little.
saw what's the principal? I
Mr.
just-
Gamble?
No, the other one.
Mr. Jacobs.
Mr. Jacobs.
Is he still?
My favorite principal.
You remember Miss Shields
Yes.
from Wiley?
Yes.
She came in after, what was the Mr. Lewis? The principal that we had in like seventh grade or something.
Oh, Mr. Gamble or Mr. Offman and Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. I don't know
Okay.
why we want to call that man.
The
Mr.
tall
Lewis.
man.
Okay, she came in after Mr. Williams.
Mhm.
Yes, she's at China Springs. Mhm.
Oh,
I
okay.
seen
Did
her.
she see? Did she remember you?
Uh-huh, she did.
Do y'all have
Yeah.
Saxenia? She still.
You know, Saxenia works downtown.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
administration office? or
She's
something?
over CTE. CTE's career and technical
She's
education.
been in education
been
for a
in
long
it.
time.
Her and her
That's
sister,
a-
wasn't it?
Yeah, they
Her
was
sister,
both in there. Yeah.
I mean, I
All
love them.
right, y'all.
That's my
Well-
girl.
That's about that.
Anything you want to wrap up and say to the people?
No, congratulations, Kaylan. I mean, that's big deal to be
Yes.
able to keep the class kosher
Yeah.
and
The tone.
do that
You
and
got to,
educate
you
and
got
still
to.
teach them some values.
You
and-
also wearing a lot of hats.
You are.
Yeah.
You really are.
Not too many. No, obviously. No, yeah. I do.
And
Yeah.
it looked like you're doing it with grace. So keep
Yeah.
doing what you're
Hey,
doing.
Can't let them
So,
stress you out.
Already.
Gotta-
That's I know
And we
that's
Keep
want
it
to
right.
moving.
give you your flowers while you're here. So
Yep.
those flowers are for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I hope they don't. I hope I can keep them water because you know me and flowers don't do too well. My mama talk
Right.
about me all the time.
You guys leave comments. Don't forget. Let us know how you feel about DEI
Yes.
or just the teachers in the school district in general.
Yes.
And if y'all have a little insight on it, if you've experienced, your experience or take from it, comment.
let us know, child.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.